Okay, today we're going to do Chapter 8, Section 3, multiplying polynomials. So the FOIL method is used for multiplying a binomial times a binomial. So there's two methods, or two ways to look at multiplying a binomial times a binomial. One's the FOIL method. One is looking at it like distributing 2 times. We'll do the FOIL method on the first one, the distributing 2 times on the second one. So distributing, for FOIL, F stands for first. We're going to multiply these first two terms. 2x times x is 2x squared. Outside stands for the outside term, so 2x times 5 is 10x. Inside are the two that are on the inside, so that's 3x. And then finally, last are the two last ones, so that's 15. Okay, then we combine like terms. 2x squared plus 13x plus 15. Okay, double distribution is the same idea, so that's the way I'm going to explain it here. Okay, and that's when we take the first thing and we distribute it to both things in the second. So we're just going to distribute this like using a distribution property. So x times 3x is 3x squared. X times 4 is 4x. Then I take the second thing in the first one and I distribute it to both in the second binomial. So negative 2 times 3x is negative 6x. Negative 2 times 4 is negative 8. Again, combine like terms. 3x squared minus 2x minus 8. Okay, go ahead and pause it, try these, and then I will complete them once you hit play again. Okay, last two. This one is, as you can see, a binomial times a trinomial. So there's 2 in the first, 3 in the second. This one we're just going to basically use the distribution idea that we use at the end over there. So we're going to start with 6x, and we're just going to distribute it to each thing in the trinomial. So 6x times 2x squared is going to be 12x cubed. 6x times negative 3x is going to be negative 18x squared. And 6x times negative 5 is going to be negative 30x. Then we're going to take the second thing, and we're going to do the same thing. Distribute to each of the 3 things. Okay. Now, when we do this, after you get your product, we're going to put it in the column or underneath the matching like term. So in this case, 5 times 2x squared is 10x squared. So I'm going to put it underneath the other x squared term. 5 times 3x, negative 3x is negative 15x. So I'm going to put negative 15x underneath the other x term. And then 5 times negative 5 is negative 25. There is no term without a variable, so I'm just going to make a new column there. And then to combine like terms, now all we have to do is simply add. Nothing to add with the 12x cubed, so that's just going to come down. Negative 18x squared plus 10x squared is negative 8x squared. Negative 30 and negative 15 is negative 45x. And then nothing to go with the negative 25, so that is also just going to come down. Okay. Last one. This is a trinomial times a trinomial. Same idea. You're just going to triple distribute here. So we're going to start with the first thing in the first trinomial and go to all 3 in the second trinomial. So 2y squared times 3y squared is 6y to the 4th. 2y squared times negative 5y is negative 10y cubed. And then 2y squared times 2 is 4y squared. Now we go to the second term in the first polynomial, and we distribute that to each of the three things. Again, we're going to line them up underneath the like term. So 3y squared is going to be 9y cubed, so that's going to go underneath the other y cubed. 3y and negative 5y is negative 15y squared underneath the other underneath the other y squared. And then 3y times 2 is 6. Finally, 6y, sorry. Finally, we're going to distribute this last, the negative 1, to all three things. So negative 1 times 3y squared is going to be negative 3y squared. Negative 1 times negative 5y is going to be positive 5y. And negative 1 times 2 is going to be negative 2. Last step is just add the columns. So nothing goes with 6y to the fourth. Negative 10y cubed and 9y cubed would be negative y cubed. 4y squared and negative 15y squared and negative 3y squared. 4 and negative 15 is negative 11. Negative 11 and negative 3 would be negative 14y squared. 6y plus 5y is plus 11y, and then the minus 2 just comes down. And that is the result. That is multiplying a polynomial times a polynomial.